This year have been different, but I think that with any kind of challenge, it's how we rise to it. And as a club, what we have done is come together in a way that has given us great credit to the district and to Rotary in general. We have been cited as an example of how a club should be run online. And I think that we all should give ourselves a big hand for our efforts. I would like to just run through what we did last year. Our club achievements were to gather some new members, which we were able to do. We had a few events. We did a car run. We had our Christmas party, which went very nicely. We had our wonderful day on the cruise ship, thanks to Martin. Do you remember that one?
Yes.
That was a good day. We had the sausage and mash party, which went very well, and plastic cleanups. We also had our visit by the district governor, who was also very pleased with our club. So whilst we were in lockdown, I have to say, where is Joanna? There you are, in front of me, Joanna. We decided on the last Thursday in the middle of March that we were probably going to meet up the following week. By Friday, we decided that we weren't going to meet up. By Saturday, the country was in lockdown. By Monday, Joanna had already started beta testing the online meetings, and by Thursday, we had a fully operational club. Joanna, I couldn't have done this without you. And during that time, we found ways of raising money. We crowdfunded. We helped Mundo Infantil, Lagunitas, Collective Calling, the Ayuntamiento of Marbella, the Hogar Bitania, Ardas Caritas, Ciudad de los Niños, the St. George's charity. We actually fed over 1,000 families during the lockdown. So we acted in a way that was way beyond my expectations, and realised that we could do so much on our online meetings, and looking to the future really of how we can still incorporate part of our online presence in Rotary in the future. One of the other things that we wanted to do was to form more new clubs, and we now have the paperwork together for the Rotary Club Nerja and Club Marbella East, which we're very pleased to support as well. So really, it was disappointing we couldn't have our guitar festival this year. I think that's my biggest regret. We had put a lot of work into that and had actually got to a point where we had booked a list of musicians that would have made this a major event in Marbella and also in our Rotary calendar as well. But never mind, we will come back next year bigger and better, and we've still learned a lot from the experience of the organisation. It's really hard, but this year would not have been possible without my board behind me. Everyone has put in so much work into the background. So I'd like to start. Linda, you've been very busy over there. Linda, would you like to come up here, please?
Always busy. I'm not.
Linda, thank you so much for all your efforts. You've been wonderful, and always keeping on with our numbers and making sure that our numbers and accounts and everything are in order. So thank you so much. You're very welcome. Next up, our treasurer, Ben. You have been such a character and member of our club for so many years now, and we wish you all the very best with the Marbella East Club. I'm so glad that you stayed with us during this presidency so that you could keep all our books in order and keep everything transparent as usual. The services rendered to our club, in recognition of outstanding dedication and service, the Rotary Club will give you this plaque for the
Wait for us.
That's nice.
You may indeed.
Oh my God. It's now 5 years that I've been doing the job. Wasn't always very easy, but I kept tried to keep and live up to the trust that the club and the members trusted me with, and worked on the accounts, treasuring the funds, paying out to those who deserve to be paid out, and those who the board and the members have decided to allocate funds, and I enjoyed it very much. I thank you for all your support. I'm sorry if I've been sometimes harsh in collecting membership, but it's part of the job. And I'm sorry that my successor is not here today, but I wish him all the best. And if you need any help for a smooth handover, I'll be there always to support, assist, and advise.
Thank you very much.
That's
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you. Okay, now the moment that I've been waiting for. They say when they say that the happiest days of your life is when you buy a boat and when you sell a boat. And I can honestly say that the same thing with being probably the president of the Rotary. I think that it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of fun. I've learned an awful lot. But I now am very happy to hand over the honour and responsibility of the presidency of the Marbella-Guadalmina Rotary Club. So, I now present you with the colours. Now, welcome our new President Pamela. Okay.
Well, for the next hour. No, it's not the whole panel.
Right.
It's just, before I thank all of you, I would like to thank Mark. He has guided us through a very difficult situation. His Zoom meetings have been fantastic. And it's helped us actually to, first of all, use the technology, but secondly, to keep people together, and also to invite our other members who are abroad and visitors, etc. So I think I really do congratulate you. We had a little bit of a fellowship session beforehand, but then we got down to business, and it really was terrific. So thank you for that. You kept us focused. You kept the boat going through the waters. You're funny. I think I like your company very much. We went to Valencia together, did you not know?
In 2 cars.
Yeah. And it was a very nice conversation. And I think that you're a man of many talents. You're very liked. I think you're a very profound person, although you put this air on of being very laid back. I think there's lots of things that I appreciate in you and all of us. So I think you've done a fantastic job, and thank you, Mark. I'm supposed to hand you something, but I haven't got it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that will come on the 26th.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
And now I would like to, my goodness me, when I look at all of you, and I feel I'm amongst friends and a very elite club. I don't mean elite in terms of snotty. I think the first moment I stepped into the club, and thanks to Labid, who invited me, I really got this fantastic impression of being amongst friends. So I love you all very much. It's a massive privilege for me, I must say. I cannot thank you enough. It's a privilege. I'm honoured, and I promised I wouldn't cry. I feel quite humble about all this. I was completely gobsmacked when I was asked 2 years ago would I be interested, and I had to think about it for 2 weeks before I said, well, I'm a can-do person, so I said yes. And all I can say to you is that I will do my very utmost to make sure that there's a continuation of the success of this club will continue and build on the positive things that you have achieved to make this club the very best it can be. So you know that that's my focus, very much so. I'm very aware of the challenges that we are facing. The people all around us in the last couple of months, and the donations that we've made to all the various charities for people in need, who are desperate, who are ill, in pain, and all those things. But you know, as awful as this has been, what comes out of it is, I think we have a much deeper, profound sense of social consciousness and the need to help other people. And I think that, you know, you never know whether this is going to come back, it's not just going to stop. So it's, I think, two things which are really important. One is caring for each other. Caring for yourselves first, because you can't offer a shirt if you haven't got one. So it is the need to be able to care for each other, to walk together, to share things, to be open. And that's not always easy. Openness means all sorts of things. It means respecting each other's different skills, different nationalities. We are something like 13 different nationalities. I mean, wow, that's terrific, isn't it? And yet it's not always easy. Different cultures, different languages, different values, different skills, different talents. Some people prefer to take risks, some people are risk averse, which of course is very important in terms of what's happening now, how we venture out in this new normal world, whatever that is. I think empathy, to be able to understand each other and our differences, to help each other. And I heard a very nice saying about empathy. Empathy is the ability to take off our ego and actually go into the world of the other person. So it's very nice, that. I think that's one thing, caring, empathy, openness. The other is a can-do mindset. We will beat this thing. We really will. And paradoxically, it gives us the opportunities to do things differently, like we've had Zoom meetings, build our resistance up, helping each other. And what I heard a couple of weeks ago, develop rubber arses. Well, develop really that means that, okay, so we fall down, things happen, but rubber arses enables you to get up again. It bounces you up and become can-do people.
Dead cat bounce.
So that's what we want to have in our club. You probably, the new branding of the club, you've got those 3 doors. The blue, the yellow, and the, what's colour?
Red.
Red. I do beg your pardon. It's actually, the words underneath says, Rotary offers opportunities. And so it does, and we must take those opportunities. The door is open. All we've got to do is to step outside of that door, to forge new relationships, to expand our reach, go out to others. And this is really what I want to concentrate upon, to increase our ability to adapt. And I think what has happened is that our club is going through a sort of, like many clubs and many people, a rebirth. We've been in isolation for long enough. We've had a lot of time to think about all sorts of things. We've come together here for the first time, face to face. It's brilliant, isn't it? Whether we can continue to do that, obviously we'll have a variety of things in the way that we meet. But it's fresh air, it's to think differently. And I must say, the couple of opportunities that I can cite. First of all, Marbella East. And Labib, thank you for being with us here. You took the opportunity. There is a need for another English-speaking Rotary club. And you did that. You went through the open door. You created something new. And we will support you. We applaud you what you're doing. And hopefully we can really work on a common project together. I would really like that. I think Mark as well has done great things. You know, he's been through a very difficult time, the business-wise, and yet still being president and taking our Zoom meetings, you've created a new club as well at Neha, and that's to be applauded as well. So you've done well, lad.
Thank you.
I think for the future, there are a variety of opportunities and different ways that we can do things. First of all, have variety in our meetings. Not to have club meetings here every single week, I think the weekly meetings in some way or form actually is important because it keeps the impetus up. But to have Zoom meetings once a month, for instance, I think they're great. I really look forward to them. Do you look forward to the Zoom meetings?
That was the only reason I knew it was Thursday, was the Zoom meeting. It was the only...
I think to have more of a balance between club business and fellowship, there's no doubt we need a little bit of that, especially now. So there are different ways that we can do that. Either once a month, we can have tapas fellowship meeting here. We can have an evening fellowship. We can do all sorts of things in fellowship. Whether we have a bazaar, whether we have tapas, how we meet each other. But I really do think that that's important, and that we may actually have to have the board meeting and the consensus of the members to be able to change the way we meet. To change the balance perhaps of the work that we do, we've had various discussions between local and international. Obviously, recently, we've really concentrated and focused on the local needs, and I actually still think we do. I think more emphasis needs to be put on the local. Yes, we still will be on the international projects, but especially the local ones, and also a balance between the humanitarian ones and the environmental ones. Because, you know, with all this terrible thing that's happened, as if we haven't got enough plastic anyway, can you imagine just how much more there is that we have to cope with? So I think that that's really important. All right, one of the, and do different projects. There will be lots of small things, but also we have in mind a very interesting humanitarian project that I'm not going to expand upon right now. All I'll say is to do with orphans. It is working with, I keep wanting to call them inertia, but it's actually inserta. That Robert, we've given them money. And we've had various meetings with Inserta to how we can help those students who, when they become 18, leave the institute, leave Inserta. And so we will help them get internships, help them with their education, help them with their day-to-day living. And we've already got 4 that we've met yesterday that know exactly what they want to do, and all we've got to do is to place them in jobs, and so we go through some more orphans. It's a little bit more than what I wanted to say. We obviously are doing a due diligence as far as that's concerned in various meetings. So it's different type of projects as well as the ones that we have already. I'd like to create a Friends of Rotary. I've pinched that idea actually from Shane. He has that for the Mirhas group, and I think the idea of Friends of Rotary and reaching out and getting not just other Rotarians but business people, all sorts of different people actually in our meetings and visiting them and trying to sort of really create our image or expand our image. All right, we have the big, I'll go through events very, very quickly. But one of the things that we've got next year is Mark and the Guitar Festival. We're really going to make that happen.
Yes.
We really are. It's going to be a huge success, probably at the beginning of June, on the back of Cordoba. All the musicians are down here, so much of the planning has already been done. So this will be a new project and a very big one, and hopefully we can run it annually. There will be something to do with the environment and plastics, but that's not going to be until Peter's presidency. But there's a lot of work already beginning on that, having a big convention that will involve the mayor, the local politicians, international, children, all sorts of things. But more about that later on in the year. But that's in the plan. And of course, increase our membership, because we have, and we will, drop unfortunately about 5 or 6 people, so we want to build up to about 45 or 50 and make sure that they are active, and even, dare I say, a little computer literacy would be quite good. I've even got a number plan for that. But anyway, just to very, very quickly go through the up and coming events, that it's not having more events but actually getting really increasing our impact in the community. The first one, of course, is the 26th of September, when we're really celebrating this event. as well as the 10 years anniversary of Rotary. I know that it's not the actual date, that it is actually January, but still we can link the two together. In October, have a sponsored charity walk, and exactly have lots of people, invite the press, get it into a big event. So we make some money out of that as well. November, have a special lunch. December, Christmas we've got. March, April, a car run with a picnic, Lorraine. Not to mention any names. All right, I'm going to have a pot party. Sorry.
Pot party. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I exactly that. Yeah, great idea, man.
A rubber-ass pot party. Yeah?
Pot luck!
Have you got that on record?
Yes. Twice.
In May. I've got the garden. All I need is people with the food and some chairs and tables and
Cannabis.
and cannabis. Sorry, please delete that one. And also lots of smaller things, you know, quizzes, visits to Malaga, visits to vineyards. You know, there's lots of things that we actually can do and invite our friends, etc. So I would like now to thank the new board and the old board and also the team leaders. I really appreciate all that is being done. I think I'd like to thank Ian, both Ian James and Ian Kwan. I look forward to telling me what to do, Ian, and keeping me on the song, as it were.
No, you don't.
No, I don't, but anyway. And Ian, look forward to working with you again. Linda, where is she?
She's left. Oh, no, I think she's gone to the bathroom.
Ah, okay. Well, I think we all appreciate Linda and the work that she does. I certainly do, and appreciate the way that she actually pronounces people's names as well. Look forward to her.
Entertaining.
Entertaining, you could say. Absolutely. Hans is new on the board as treasurer. It'll be a bigger job because we are going cashless, and so I look forward to working with him. I mean, what an excuse, getting married. You know, some people you say anything, well, if they're not coming. So obviously we wish him well. Who have I missed? Mark, I know that you won't be able to attend face-to-face too many meetings, but we will draw upon you and maybe Zoom meetings and things like that. So
I'll still be around.
good.
Yeah.
Good. And Peter, Peter, look forward to working with you as president-elect, and we'll do some stuff together so that when you take the crown, as it were, you'll be more than ready for that. The team leaders, there are many. Ian Kwa, thank you. Hans, treasurer. Ian J. Sarah, events. She's not here, but it's not doing more events, but it's actually making more money out of them. Willem, I look forward to working with you on the End Plastic Soup. Robert, I think you've done a great job in SPT last year, and to be leader again this year. Look forward to working with you as well. Lorraine, what can I say, Lorraine?
I've done nothing.
She's done nothing. Well, she's our, if you like, godmother almost. You know everybody and fantastic as the head of sponsorship. As mentioned, Linda. Martin, it's a great addition to our team, and we value your membership very much indeed and what you do, and I know you're very busy. Also, Finola, head of fellowship. Obviously, we know that she can't come over. And last but not least, Joanna. Joanna is leading the comms team. It sounds as if you're in battle and you're off to the war or something, but she's going to be leading and coordinating the communications team. It is a very diverse group with lots of different tasks and things. We're changing our website, which is a huge thing, and there's no way can she continue to do all the stuff that she does. So we started the conversation, we've got some names, and when you think, it's Facebook, there's I don't know because my mind goes, press releases, there's the newsletter, there's everything. There's so many different things, and I think all of us can contribute. So we've got some names put aside. The minutes, the secretary job that Ian does, fantastic amount of reporting, but we need some minute takers. And we thought that we would have a team of 4, and it's a fantastic skill to develop. And you can always do a draft, send it to us, we'll have it done and send it to Senor here. Okay, and I think that's just about everything. I've bullied you into having a meeting on the 9th of July to go through those roles and goals, etc. So that really is the start of the new year, not just within your teams, but also for the club's strategic goals. So all I have to say is just to end, thank God, so you don't have to stay here anymore. I spent my life helping people develop organizations, teams, and leadership. It's something I'm absolutely passionate about. There's so many awful leaders, and we were talking about some of them today at the table. I think team leaders is very good. It has a flattening effect. It's not a committee, it's a team. And teams actually don't really vote, but I know sometimes you may. It's involve your teams, and I think this is important. I've got 4 words that describe what I hope is my leadership. I want to be accessible. Leaders should be accessible and visible. So I shall be very busy going out there and meeting various people in other clubs and bringing people together. I will be focused. I am very much a doer, and sometimes maybe expect too much. So I'll learn to delegate, learn to stand back a bit. And I think I'm an authentic person. I am who I am. There's no hidden agendas with me at all. So I would like to toast all of you and say, let us reach out and connect with the world through our actions and through our compassion as we step into this new year with lightness and joy. Thank you.
Oh. There you go.
So Pamela's year.
Pamela's here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good speech.
Thank you. Right. Sorry about that. Can we have a drum roll, please? It's for you. There we are.
Ready?
Steady. Oh, right. Thank you. Sorry. Peter, I have pleasure in giving you your collar as President-elect.
Thank you.
So please give a cheer for Peter.
Hooray!
Congratulations, Peter, and as I said, look forward to spending time with you.
Do I say well?
Yeah, you should.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
a few words, please.
okay. I'm really moved and touched when Ian years ago mumbled in my ear, "How about becoming president?" I said, "What?" You know.
Peter, can you speak a little bit louder? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so
Don't want to miss this.
it's being recorded.
Yeah.
So
everything you say is
Taken down and used against you.
I'm really proud and honoured to move forward within Rotary, and also because I'm following Pamela, who's preparing all the ground for me. So I'll just slide in a simple way. It's really good. I had grave reservations, particularly about my technical prowess, but with the help of Joanna, who made me think that everything is going to be reasonable, and Carolina, who's also agreed to support me, I'm really pleased to move forward, and we are agreeing aims and goals for my presidency and that which follows. So I am wholeheartedly pleased and committed to be here, part of this Rotary. And also Labida's gone, but I had a particular affection for Labid, and I intend that we will use our work in collaboration with the clubs and the English-speaking clubs, particularly on our plastics and with the help of Martin. So thank you very much indeed. I'm extremely proud and pleased to be here.
Peter, can you bring?
Oh yes, by the way, small thing. This is for you, my little darling, to say thank you for following you.
They are beautiful.
And
This is from our friend Charles
Oh, you're joking.
from Bangkok,
Oh,
who
for
asked
goodness
me
sake.
to get this for you.
Blimey! And give the same.
So that's from both of us. Charles also
Oh.
will collaborate with us via
Absolutely, yes.
Rotary in Bangkok.
Charles, thank you
hopefully-
so much.
He's a really nice man.
He's a fantastic man.
And everyone, I've had very strong messages from Lars to say he is really missing us. He is really looking forward to getting down here again and seeing us all again. And he hopes we have a wonderful afternoon.
Lovely.
There we go. Great.
Nice. And I had an email from Howard Wilson who suggested that we have quizzes, that we have a quiz together with their Rotary. I'm not quite sure how we'll do that, but anyway, I will send a copy of it around. So and reply to him in English.
Yes.
Yes. No, he's a dear friend. He really is, and he's coming over later on in July.
Okay.
So thank you everyone, and really for staying.
Final toast.
No water.
Right.
Where's my water?
To all of you,
My water.
to all Rotarians in the world and the universe.
Rotary.
Rotary the one out.
Well done.